Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me here today in Farm Sim 25. And this, well, as I said, I loaded every single map that was on the mod hub, checked them all out, and went, nah. So I took City Farmer's advice and went to a place called King's Mods. Found a map. And, man, it's a map that was written for me. It's called Alone in the World. And I've spent the last couple hours kind of making it ready for our consumption. It is basically one of these sort of style maps, where it's just a big chunk of land, and you do as you please. Yes, indeed. Because unfortunately, the only two of those on the mod hub, well, one of them, the ground is absolutely not flat anywhere, which makes homestead style maps pretty much not doable. And the other one, of course, none of this sweet, sweet grass is mowable. Now, here's the issue. It just occurred to me as I said that. I never actually checked if this was, but I think it is. Here's our farm, which currently we have some gear. You know, there's our two tractors for this particular map. I went with this big Valtra. I don't think we've used it yet. Good beefy little monkey. The smaller of the two Kubotas, and this is going to be our front loader. Our little runaround truck, the Lizard. My personal transport, a little husky motorcycle. The Dirtenbiken, there's our home, of course. I like that A-frame cabin, so I've used it again. As for equipment, we have the mow baler that we were using in the last one. I like that piece of kit. I have one beautiful Volvo electric truck with an auto-load wood trailer. We have a bale wrapper, a wood chipper, a trailer, a trailer, a trailer. Auto-load bale trailer, normal find me some pellets and crap to move trailer. We have a plow. Hello, tall plow. The gear for the front loader, as you can see, the Kubota work. Alrighty. Over hither, we have nothing, followed by a harvester. And that's it. That's our equipment. Little hay drying place there. Place to store our bales. We've got a silo. A couple of other mini silos that have certain functions. And a pig mixer and a cow mixer. So that's kind of the farm. And the rest of it, yeah, it's just wide open grasses. So, let's hop upon the Husky, which unfortunately, it's undersized. I don't know why. But yeah, it's a little bit small. But what it does do is goes pretty good. Actually, I think that view will drive you guys nuts. Let's jump out of it. There we go. See what I mean? It is a little small. But we'll get by. Let's go have a look at the rest of things. So this area here is our livestock center. That's a sheep and goat barn. Then we've got chickens, pigs, cows. And if we follow this down, we'll get to the little industrial park. Yeah, things are spread out. It's not a huge map, but it's big enough. And it's not all flat. It's just it happens that some of the areas are. Boy, what a difference that makes. So here's what's probably going to be our main sell point, the little market. a couple other things to sell. Alright, this is a bakery. Well, I suppose I should... There we go. So we've got a little bakery here. In behind it, we've got a little bit of oil production. A place to dump rocks. Oh, the shop is actually right here as well, although it doesn't show well. And when you buy something, it actually appears down at the other end. I thought this was supposed to be the buildable area, but it's not. I'm assuming we can buy animals here. It didn't actually work the first time. It doesn't work now. I don't know why it's there. Then we've got this, which is multi-grain production. This guy here, our dairy. This is a distributor, and it works to, well, I'll show you what it's distributing to in a moment. And then we've got a preserved food factory. So, see, it takes manure, seeds, fertilizer, water. You can put all of those things in here. And you see it's got the same thing outgoing, but it's going to send them to here, which we'll go have a look at. Excuse me. Also makes me realize there was one thing I did forget to put on the map. And I'll need a trailer to haul it around as well. So that should pretty much suck up the rest of our money. Here we are, containers. Yeah, shop area is restricted. That's fine. There we go. And as I've said, now unfortunately, we're also going to need a barrel, as they call them. Barrels. Here we go. Yes. And this guy holds everything, so we will customize him. Okay. And buy. There we are. Now we have a little less money. We now have $20,000 to our name. Ooh, I could have bought this. Unfortunately, doesn't carry quite as many products as that. So, there we are. Like I said, when you buy something, it actually appears here. So we'll hook this to the back of the motorcycle, and no, we won't. There's also a little sell point here. Specifically, I'm going to use this for wood chips. We do have a wood chipper. So, that's kind of the little industrial area. Not a lot to it, but, you know, it's a thing. Alright. Now, we're going to go a little further down the same road. And we'll find our other money-making business. Which is, of course, logging. There we are. Your standard mill. We've got a little carpenter shop for a bit of added value. And I've put in a whole bunch of trees. Not only here, but in a couple of other spots as well. Now, the other thing we have going on is Now, other than these spots, the entire map is pretty much empty. And you own the entire map when you log into the game. So, yeah. There's, I believe, only one. If you actually go to farmland, there's a little number 1 in the middle of the map, and that's it. You either own it or you don't. And I guess if you don't, you can do nothing. If you do, you can do everything. I prefer the latter for sure. So once, like I say, it's not small. We have distances to go, which is kind of why I bought the little dirt bike. It allows us to do things like cover good distances fairly quickly with a top end of 120k. Just wish there was a way I could do like wheelies and stuff. Alright, so now if we go past the farm in the other direction, as you can see down by the water here, I've got a bunch more trees in. Same thing, a little bit on that side. I may add more yet. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, I see. I guess it's supposed to be reeds at the edge of the water. Okay. But let's follow our way through here. And we should come to the final things on the map. I think we're going the right way. Oh yeah, here we go. So, we've got a couple of mushroom greenhouses. They're kind of backwards to what I want, to be honest with you. So, let's enable watering. And let's go with enoki. Okay. And this guy. We'll enable water. And we'll go with oyster mushroom. Active. There we go. Alright. So there's those. Now this I might change to smaller plots, because what I'm not used to, there's actually only 2 garden plots here. But I'm not sure if you... So, I went with these ones because I thought maybe there'd be a selection. You know, you could do 4 plots of one thing and 4 plots of another, but I'm starting to think that may not be the case. I've already enabled watering. So I kind of wanted to use this for... And... see, I don't know if I can actually do this. Well, I guess I can. Alright. Basically, this one is kind of a pig food dude thing. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. As you can see, they're not exactly rocking the Casbah at this point. I think it takes a little bit before the water will actually kick in. Right? Because I've enabled watering, so it should. right, at some point, unless, because I've got that other thing, it may be that I'm going to have to deliver some water to that other building. And then this one, we're going to go with more of a sellable thing, but again, I'd like to have some stuff that I can't grow otherwise. Actually, those are going to take so much effort, aren't they? What else have we got? Let's go green beans. Spinach. And, oh, we did sunflowers on the other one, didn't we? Let's do strawberries. Okay. Now these as well, they look absolutely horrible. But, I think, as I said, I think that's because we need to deliver water. Not necessarily here, but to that active place. The distributor. Alright. So that, my friends, is basically what we're working with. Alright. Again, we have very little money. You'll notice we don't have planters, seeders, weeders, rollers. How come everything's an in this game? Any of that. We're going to have to buy it, and we're going to have to buy it, well, from the sweat of our brow, as it were, because we're going to have to, you know, sell some forest stuff, sell, yeah, you know, some veggies, probably some bales, because we're going to spend a fair bit of time mowing a bit of grass, which is something that, yeah, I really need to know if it even works. So how about, just as a sort of a something to do here, not sure why he revs the motor when he backs up, but okay. So yeah, let's test the whole mowage thing, shall we? Let's climb in this guy. And let's pick a spot about there, and let's lower you down, turn you on. Oh, let's open it. Yeah, I have to raise it up to do that, don't I? There you go. Because it lowers it down when you do that a little bit. Alright. And it's running. Let's pop that down. That down. And let's hope. Oh yeah. We're a mowing and a baling. Okay, we just dropped her in the second chamber. And there's our first bale. Oh, you have no idea how happy I am that worked. I'm pretty sure I tried it when I first loaded the map, but you guys know how my memory is. I could have just thought I tried it. Alright, now 270, eh? Okay. Let's use that as our reference and head out across here. There we are, 0, 0, roughly. So, let's turn the moor back on. And let's head across. And kick her into the second one. Nice. Alright. Now let's keep going. The shed right on the end here is actually bale storage. Alright, let's run her back at 270. Close enough. There we go. Light her up. And run her across. Alright, so there is basically going to be the outline of our first little bit of property. Of course, if it's 270 going that way, it should be about 90 going this way. Nice. Abuse that bale. I think this one should be 180 if we keep her square. There we go. And we'll head down here. I don't think the road is quite at 180. Pretty close though. Alright, let's get the next row in. There we go, perfect. And 0. Oh, by the way, it is the 9th day of April today. Indeed, another rainy-ish spring day. We're apparently, in the next week or two, gonna find ourselves slammed right into quite an aggressive cold front. Like they're expecting the temperatures to drop back down to what they were a month and a half ago or so. There's even the possibility of light snow. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is the West Coast. I don't know why they're even talking about things like that this time of year, but what can you do? There we go. Alright, let's run back again. So I will likely break this into a field or two. I don't know if I want super huge fields. We might just break it into 2. But yeah, that's the gist of it. This is what we're going to be doing. Now I don't know if this will become our weekend farm or if we'll do this one full time and Tassie will be the weekend farm. But either way, I'm really happy to have found that map. I hope you guys enjoy the playthrough on it, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Whoa, come on. If you did, of course, make sure you hit that like button. Alright, folks. Take good care of each other. Have yourselves a great day. And ciao for now.